Welcome into the weekend here at the Leo D. Mahoney Arena. Kyle Scannell alongside Matthew Benestad, and we are getting ready to kick off the first of two games played here today by Fairfield Athletics. Today, the Fairfield University women's basketball team will kick things off and host their annual Play for K contest, raising donations for the Norma Freem Breast Cancer Center. Players wearing their pink warmths tonight in respect. The women will start us off here today against the Iona Gales. Gales coming in at 14-10, 7-7 in the MAC. They're coming off of a tight loss to Mount St. Mary's on Thursday night, 63-62. We heard Zoe Ward showing out in the loss with 27 points to her name. And on the Stags side of things, they enter this contest following a game for the record books. It was a 40 points in the game for Megan Anderson, who started off a perfect 10% from the field. And as a unit, the Stags total of 109 total points, a program record as well. Looking to continue that momentum into today, what are the keys for victory for Fairfield today, Matt?
Well, Kyle, Fairfield just has to stay consistent throughout all four quarters of the game. After that tough loss against Quinnipiac a week ago, they bounced back with a strong win against Sacred Heart, then the record-breaking game on Thursday. And so they have to stay consistent, play tight defense against Iona, who isn't great at the three-point shooting, so tight defense in the paint. And then they got to stay consistent with the three-point shooting. They're leading with Megan Anderson, shooting 8 threes on Thursday against Marist. And just the consistency is the main focus for the Stags, right? And getting off quick and getting those shots up, right? And put on the Iona.
Talk about coming out quick. They came right out the gates yesterday, basically put this game away in the first few minutes. That 17-0 run to kick it off. Taking a look at the starting lineups today, we'll kick it off with the visiting Gales. We have forward Naomi Barnwell, followed by guard Ella Fajardo. Then new into the starting lineup inserted today, guard Adriana Gonzalez, followed by Zoe Ward, the forward, and rounding things off, Maya Zakanagi. For the Stags, who do we have, Matt?
Yeah, you got Megan Anderson, right, who had that 40-point game, right, with 11 threes on Thursday. Then you got Sydney Scott, Cyan Coe, Julian Huder, and then Katie Lambro.
Yeah, coming out with the same five that, got the job done in the win on Thursday. No Janelle Brown again today, so Stags will have to work without their, veteran guard. But clearly they did just fine on Thursday night, so just looking to keep things where they left them off. And again, just a look at the visuals here. Megan Anderson on that Thursday night, if you weren't able to catch it, the highlights or the watch, it's definitely worth checking out because that was one of the most dominant performances we've seen here at the Leo. 15 of 20 is what she ended at the field, and that includes her last 3 to 4 shots where she was going for that 40 on that night. Ridiculous as a unit. The Stags shot 54% from the field, 51% from 3, and got 30 of their 109 points off of turnovers.
And the craziest thing is 27 of those 40 points came in the first half. Right, that's just insane, right? One of the best performances at a time probably, right, from Fairfield women's basketball, right? So see what Megan Anderson can do, right, coming off of a record-breaking game.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. This is a game, you got to win. This is a game where the Iona team's going to come in hungry. They just lost a close one. They need some positioning in the standings, and this is certainly a game for them to steal. As we get ready to tip things off here at Mahoney. Get the stats going. Stags will be going up against a smaller unit here. You take a look at the Gales' height, not really their strong suit. So, you're going to look for players like Cyan Coe crashing the boards. We saw it a lot from Kiara Gregory, actually. Obviously not the highlight of that game, but don't let it go unnoticed that, she grabbed 8 boards in that game.
And another thing about this Iona team is they're very good at guarding the three. They might not be tall, right, but they're letting the stats against other teams, they're defending the three, less than 30% of the teams make the threes. And so Fairfield, to win this game, should really get into the paint, right, and get most of the points in the paint against this short Iona defense.
Stags break the huddle. They are tonight. Iona is in the black and gold and shades of maroon. It'll be Barnwell on the tip for the Gales, and the Stags will match with Cyan Co. 1 p.m. bout between two MAC teams here at the Leo. And we are underway. The tip into the hands of Katie Lamro, and the Stags will kick it off. Up top, Megan Anderson drops it off to Lamro. Fires around the bend, steps back. Guarded by Ward here, trying to use that agility. Bounce pass inside to Co. Spins up into Anderson, up with the left and in off the glass.
And that's what Fairfield needs to do all game, right? Get into the paint and get those layups.
Yep, just like we said at the start, getting right to work in the paint. Now on the defensive end, here's Fajardo bringing it up for the Gales, standing at just 5'4". She still finds a way to get buckets, get separation. She's going to be leading this offense down the floor. Takes a screen to her left. Anderson picks up the assignment. Now it's Ward. Back to Fajardo, just for a shoot, way out there. That pass is intercepted. Lammer on the push. Stepping through, spinning, pass over to Co. Back up top, Anderson lets the three fly and doesn't get it to go. Pushing tempo, Gales reset top to Ward. Screen right, Co picks up the assignment. Sacanini off to Fajardo, to her left, behind the back, then kicks it the corner, wide open three-point try, good. Adriana Gonzalez, 4-3, and the Gales out in front.
And Iona only shooting 28% from the three, but if you want to be Fairfield, you might want to, that's the key to this game.
Absolutely, you got to stay with this team as Lamro putting work in against Gonzalez in the paint and draws a foul. She'll head to the line. Something I'm sure we're going to see a lot of tonight is these drives from Katie Lamro, right? We saw it in the win Thursday, but just attacking the paint, right? Because she didn't have the three-point shot, a ton in that game. But what she always does have is, that transition offense, the pestering defense and that ability to paint.
Yeah, Lamro is one of the more physical players on this Fairfield women's team, right, where she likes to get into the and really use her body to get the ball off the glass and in.
She makes 1 of 2, and the Stags force a timeout on the inbounds there. They couldn't find anything. And you don't love that if you're Iona. Getting a timeout here, not even 2 minutes in. That's a good force by the Stags.
And that's what the Stags want, putting the pressure on the Scales team, right? Making them fluster, making them call these early timeouts.
So we'll head to the first timeout here, a quick 3-3, and we're already heading to a break. We'll be right back in just a few minutes. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back here from an early timeout at the Leo. It's 3-3. We return to play. It'll be Gales basketball underneath the hoop. Last time they were forced to call a timeout. Stags full court press, forced one. See what happens here. Better luck this time to get it into Fajardo. And Zaccanini will push it up. On the wing, Gonzalez looking to keep the hot hand. Swings to her left. Ward fires a tough three, and that's off iron and out. Lamro speeding with Fajardo, swings it. Anderson tries another three and puts it in.
And that's more like it. That's the Megan Anderson that we saw all Thursday night. Let's see if she can heat up again today.
Can't keep giving her those looks, and it's something we saw over and over again in that win on Thursday, but the space that see if they can do a better job of defending it. As Lamro almost gets the steal on Fajardo. She has the first step, takes it into the paint, back iron and out, rebound loose, and grabbed by Gonzalez. Second chance for the Gales. So we Ward. Barnwell, she'll drive through back to Scott. Up top, reset. Lamro got a poke on it, 5 to shoot. Zaccanini to the basket, and no contest all day.
And Iona will take that all game if they can get down to the end of the shot clock and get those easy layups.
Coe looking for an answer, working on Barnwell, and the layup is good off glass. Nice move.
Good response by Cyan Coe and the Stags.
8-5 here early on. Fajardo pushes it up to Ward. Bounce pass corner, Gonzalez curling around, up well, tries a three for the tie, can't stick it. Scott got the rebound. In transition, Coe spins it to Scott, wide open. Can't get it, just a bit short. Offensive rebound, Megan Anderson. Back up top to Herter, screen to her right. Coe rolls, Herter curls back. Inside pass to Coe. Gets the foul drawn there on the pass inside.
That was a good look by Coe. I mean, here to find Coe under the basket. Right, pass couldn't work out, but then you had it was Anderson out wide too. Right, so it was a good kind of double play while they go for the three.
Inside pass now is Anderson battling physically into the hoop. Nice left hand curl for two. Made that look easy.
And that's the dual factor for Megan Anderson. She can shoot from 40 feet, but Josh can battle in the paint and get those layups.
Feel into the game now for the Gales. Swings it up around. Fajardo speeds into the baseline. Tiptoes, bounce pass to the corner. An offensive foul called. Hit the deck there. That's something she's never afraid to do, get in the way. Get in the way of an offensive player coming right at her.
And we saw that a lot on Thursday night. Fairfield is not afraid to get in front and take those charges.
Herter bringing it up. Going to her left, spinning to the right. Up and in with the right hand. Nice finish by Jillian. Field now bringing it up. Guarded by Campbell into the contest, as well as Lauren Beach now. She's got the Ward assignment. Drops it up top. Swinging it around. Zaccanini takes a long two-pointer and puts it in. That'll make it 12-7. As we get close to the halfway point here of quarter number one. Nice bounce pass inside by Lamro. Beach couldn't handle it. Ward's going to push the pace. 2-on-2, going all the way to the coast. Way too strong. And here come the Stags now. Back and forth they go. Herter kicks it into the wing for Lamro. Her three-pointer, good. Stags do a good job of using that transition offense right there after the miss. And another offensive foul called. That one's against Field. That's the third now.
The Stags really do take advantage of, when they to fouls or when Iona turns over. Right, you saw it with Maris too on Thursday night. Most of the points came off turnovers, right? And so cap on that, right? That will win you the game.
Absolutely. That is now foul number 4. Sorry. So they're racking them up. Fairfield's got 0 to Iona's 4. Anderson, top of the key. Goes to her left, using that physicality again, kicks it out to Beach. Beach spins, resets. Anderson tries the three, can't get it to go. Zaccanini with the rebound. She'll try to push by Lamro, can't get there, she'll reset. Now it's Ward. Campbell poking at it, Ward goes by her, steps through the paint, and draws the foul. Zoe Ward, who had 27 points in that loss to Mount St. Mary's, looking to get herself on the board here, 0 for 2 so far here. So we fall short on the first of two. You know, if the Gales are going to win this one, they need Ward. There's no doubt about it. She makes a pair, makes it 15-8. Stags get it into Kiara Gregory, getting her first minutes of the night. You can tell Coach Carly really gaining some trust in her these last few games.
And Gregory played a handful of minutes on Thursday night, right, in that win against Marist, right, and so she definitely gained some trust.
Anderson puts in another layup there for two. Is a nice pass inside by Lamra. They connect yet again. And the Stags, again, really consistent here first quarter. Might not be as explosive as Thursday night, but this will get the job done as Ward in the paint, putting it in for two. She's getting to work here. Gales at double digits, 17-10, 3:40 to go. Transition three, Beach holds it and fires it off to Lamro inside Anderson. She's doubled, spins, nice pass to Beach, and an easy two-pointer. Nice vision right there from Megan Anderson.
Yes, Anderson is playing at her best basketball of the last few games, right? And good shooting, good physicality, and great vision on the court.
Devera needs help. That one's poked. Fajardo able to save it. She just launches it, and that's going to go strong. Out of bounds, going Fairfield way. It'll bring Coe and Scott back into the contest with the out of play. Fairfield now 5 of their last 6 field goals. Really seeing it well. As Lamro brings it up, she'll swing it to Campbell up top. Coe left alone, but not even considering that three. She'll drop it off Lamro, steps through, defended by 2, out to Campbell. Drop to Gregory. Gregory swings to Coe, 10 to shoot. Now Scott on the wing. Two-hand pass inside Coe. 2 on her, steps through, pass to Campbell. Back out to Coe. Launches the three as the clock expires and can't hit the rim. It's going to be a shot clock violation.
And as much as, got the shot clock violation, couldn't get the points, so that was beautifully executed rhythm by the Stags, right? Moving the ball around, making Iona, follow the ball, like getting it down below, kicking it back out. Right, and so if the Stags can do that all game, right, they can really control the tempo.
Absolutely. I mean, can't be mad at that. Everyone got a touch, just couldn't secure that open basket. Looked to answer defensively, and not sure what she was looking at there. That pass going straight out of bounds. Fajardo having a quick conversation with Timit Severa because they were not on the same page there. That's a turnover, and the Stags will take it up. Top of the key, out to Pham, back to Lamro, fires the three, can't stick it, rebound, staying with the Stags. Nice second chance effort by Kiara Gregory.
And Gregory, not the tallest on the team, but she's one that crashes the boards and it goes after the ball, right? And that's, how she gains the trust from Coach Carly.
5'3", but making an impact. She will be replaced by Herder here for these final 2 minutes of the first quarter. Herder on the inbound. She'll find the outlet Coe. Waiting for the movement. Now they're going around the perimeter. 10 to shoot. They're stuck outside. They'll find it. Coe swings it out. Pham, her triple. Can't go. Rebound to Zoe Ward. She'll push it up for the Gales and drop it off to Zaccanini. She'll reset back to the logo here. Going to take the screen to her left. Fakes, goes right. Into the paint. Up with the right. Short. And Nice play by Jillian Herder to throw it off of Zaccanini out of bounds and bring it Fairfield basketball.
Very smart play by there. She knew she couldn't do anything with the ball, right? And Zaccanini was right there, right? Heads up play.
Lamro drops it off. Oh, Scott on the wing. Finds help in Herder, top of the key. Swings inside Coe. She's working on Ward. Backing her down, spinning, up with the left and in.
That's what Cyan Coe is good at.
We knew we were going to see that tonight, and she's getting right to work, as always, efficiently in the paint. Stags up 11 now, 1 minute to go. Ward working into the paint, looking for that answer on Coe. She can't get it. Nice defense. The Stags pushing the pace. 3-on-3, they kick it out. Scott, her corner three, no good. Rebound, poked for on the hustle by Coe off of Fairfield.
And throughout this first quarter, Fairfield really has controlled the pace of this game, running back and forth, right? Controlling the fast breaks, hustling, getting rebounds, playing tight defense, right? Putting the pressure on this Gales team.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, they're doing a good job at, creating the shots they want and forcing the Gales to take uncomfortable ones, and that's always going to lead to success. Feel here working on the wing. Pham staying tight on the perimeter. Looking for that two-hand pass inside. Poked free by Herder. Out of bounds. 10 on the clock. They'll take it right in front of the Fairfield bench. Swings it out to Fajardo. Fajardo, got to find something quick here. Just 7 to shoot. Got to get in. Step back in the paint, swinging it out. 1 to shoot. They're not going to get it up. A great defensive stand by Fairfield to force the turnover.
Right, and that's just the pressure that Fairfield has put in. I've said it many times so far, right? Fairfield just keep putting that pressure and hustle, right, into this Iona team, right, and it's kind of getting them, off guard, right, and miscommunicated.
Now they can close off this quarter here with one more basket. Shot clock's off. They got the last shot. Lamro steps into the paint, fakes right with the left, and in. Perfect swish. Katie Lamro as the clock strikes 0, 23-10 after one. A very clean first quarter of basketball from Fairfield.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Only one foul in the quarter, right? Have 13-point lead. They control the pace, right? Tight defense, right? Moving the ball well on offense, right? Coming off that big win on Thursday, Fairfield has come out playing great.
We'll be back in just a few minutes here for quarter number 2 here on WVOF. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Welcome back here into quarter number 2. The Stags off to a clean start, 23-10. What worked for them so well in that first quarter, Matt?
It's just they're playing the game, right? They're playing, smooth offense, right? They're playing tight defense. They're putting pressure on Iona, right? Just if they can continue this for 31 minutes, they'll come away with a good win.
Gales here starting on offense, looking to get things, cooking a bit faster here. Zoe Ward frozen at the top of the key, got nowhere to go. She'll just kick it to her left. Zaccanini inside. Barnwell. And was ready for that. They switch on. Fajardo out long two. Won't go. Two-hand rebound by Scott. Herder will push it up. Drop it off inside. The lollipop pass taken away. And found Lauren Beach. That's a gift. And gets the foul called there on the loose ball. Great awareness by Lauren Beach. That pass by Herder got read easily. Tipped away. Beach was ready to turn around and get her hands on it. Get the Stags another possession and a foul added to Iona just 30 seconds in. Inbound Pham. Anderson swings back. Poked free by Fajardo. Pham maintains. Resets. Now drives to her left. Drops to Anderson into the paint. Kicks out. Beach backing down. Out to Pham. Long three-point try. No good. Rebound Beach. Another offensive chance. Back out. Wide open Herder. Can't stick it. But a great chance of putting back up offensive chances there. Lauren Beach giving the Stags 2 more opportunities there. So we Ward right by Beach in with the left hand off the glass.
But if Iona wants to keep this game close, right, Ward definitely is going to be a key factor.
Pham trying to go coast to coast. She lost it. Zoe Ward got that one poked free. Now Fajardo resets the offense. It's working on Scott. Bounce pass almost awry. Zanini wants that screen to her left. Barnwell sets. Switch on Anderson out. Zoe Ward, the triple. Won't go. Rebound Barnwell, back up and in. And the foul. And just like that, this could be a quick 5 points from Iona.
And Iona, right, they don't have the height, but Barnwell's right under the basket, right, got the rebound, right, and have a chance for 3-point play.
Gregory and Lambro back into the contest for Scott and Pham. As Barnwell looking to cap off this 3-point play, that'll be his first of the game. Sets and fires and puts it in, so 23-15 now. Iona with 5 straight. Gregory swings it out, corner. Herder on the wing. Nice pass inside Anderson and a foul called for a push there. Picks that one up. Stags will take it under the basket with 20 on the clock. They'll find back. Herder all day. Puts it.
And another play where Anderson has that vision. She couldn't get in the paint. Couldn't get anything to go. Out to Herder for the 3.
And, making use of it and getting her teammates open looks. On the other end, Fajardo bounce pass inside, stripped free. Gregory will take it. Spin it up to Beach. Beach resets. Gregory steps in the paint behind. Campbell back in. So 31-18 here, halfway through the second. Zaccanini take the inbound. Finds Barnwell, drives baseline right by Anderson, and finishes with the left. Nice, strong finish to the basket.
Right, that's what you have to do against this tough Stags defense, finding the open layups, open shots, and capitalizing on them.
Herder at the top. Swings it out Anderson. Anderson looking for some help. Back to Herder, top of the key. 9 to shoot. They need to get in the paint here, need to get a touch. Campbell works her way in. Doubled. Finds Coe, fakes up, and can't finish. Good possession right there by the Gales. Forced a tough shot out of Coe, but Stags should get another chance here.
Shot clock reset too. Media timeout, 4:28 left in the second quarter. We'll be right back after a short break.
This media timeout is
Welcome back here into the Leo Di Mahoney Arena. We return. Stags up 31-20. Having a pretty slower second quarter here, but still maintaining that lead. Herder on the inbound will find Lamro on the wing. Goes to her left, spins around to Anderson, fires the three. That one just short. Zaccanini pushing it up. Swings to Ward. Back up top, Barnwell. Going to her right. Turns on Campbell, spins. And travel call on Barnwell. One too many there.
And that's the key for Iona, right? That's what's going to kind of make them struggle in this game is those turnovers, those travels, those charges, right? Missed free throws, whatever it is. Those little things come back and haunt you at the end of the game.
Fairfield got to take advantage of those. We got Herder on the corner, passes inside Coach. He's doubled, swings, wide open Campbell, left-hand finish, 4-2.
Beautiful ball movement there by the Stags, right? Tough defense by Iona, right? And find open layup.
Stags up 13. Iona looking for a run of their own here. They had that 5 quick points to kick off the quarter. Haven't seen anything like that since. Barnwell drops off to Gonzalez, spins around the screen. Nice reverse with the right, and gets the finish. Herder picks it up here, 3 minutes to go. Top of the key, Anderson. Over to Lamro. Lamro fakes behind the back, into the paint. That double team, bounce pass Red by Gonzalez. And she'll push it up here. Stags finally got Red there on that double team pass out. Zaccanini over to Barnwell. Barnwell looking for help. She'll find aid to her right, to her left there. Back up top, Zaccanini, 10 to shoot. Working on Anderson, into the paint. And that's a lot of white around her. Nice steal by Anderson. That's Lamro pushing it up. Finds Campbell in transition. Can't get the 3. That's just 4 of 15 now from beyond the arc from the Stags.
If Iona wants to get back to this game, it's these 2.5 minutes before halftime to put a little bit more pressure on these Stags.
Yep, absolutely. See what they got in store as Ward, top of the key, 2-hand pass, foul called, should be against Herder there. Feel hit the deck there on that pass. Gregory will come back into the contest. Stags now with 4 fouls to Iona's 3. Just 2 minutes to go here. So underneath the basket is Feel for Iona. Feel tries to go off Gregory back to herself. I'm not sure. Either way, it gets another chance at it, but I have not seen that one before.
That is a very heads-up play in basketball where the defender is back towards, try to throw it off the back, catch it, and get the layup. Doesn't happen often, doesn't really work, right? But it's heads up.
Layup won't go from Bajardo. The Stags will push it up. As we're just at the 2-minute mark here, quarter number 4. Who can close this out? Lamro can't finish the 3. That was in and out. Gonzalez swings it up. Feel into the paint. Ball's tipped. Free. Ko on the scramble. She's got it. Can she find Campbell? Yes, she can. Can't finish. Ko the poke. Ko the offensive rebound. Stags piling it up. They just got to put it in the basket. Lamro draws the foul.
And that's what Katie Lamro is very good at, right? When she knows she can't really make the shot, she usually just goes for the foul, right? That physical aspect in her play, right? And now she's got 2 shots.
Yep, she did that earlier in the game. She's back here today because right now the Stags are doing a great job of picking up the offensive rebounds. They got 5 so far, but we've seen it in multiple possessions where they get those second chances, but they just haven't really been scoring on them. So it's good to get to the line here as she puts in the first of 2. On a little scoring drought there, 2 minutes. Lamro puts an end to it. She gets 2. And the Stags are up 35-22, minute and a half to go in quarter number 2. Barnwell on the wing, driving baseline, returns back to the wing, back to the baseline, spinning. Nice find to Fajardo. Her floater is good. Nice play creation there. Gregory on the wing, looking to get herself going, swings Anderson. That's too much time, that's too much space, and that's a good 3-point shot from Anderson.
You cannot leave Megan Anderson open by a few feet because she will take advantage of that and she will make you pay.
And Fajardo on the ground. Didn't look like serious contact, but needed a second there to catch her breath or whatever might have been hurting her. She is back up, though, on both feet. It's a good sign. Shouldn't be anything too serious. Just got a minute left to go in this quarter, and it looks like she's going to stay in as well. So I am curious what that was.
It could be like a possible cramp or like something, tweaked, right? And she just needed a second to catch her breath and gather.
And it looks like the teams will take a second to gather here as we're going to head to a quick timeout here. Just 1 minute left when we return here in quarter number 2. Welcome back here. 1 minute to go in quarter number 2. We were taking a look at that last play there. We saw it was deemed, no contact, and so because of that, they're going to give it to Fairfield. They're going to give Iona the ball, but they're just going to reset that play here on the sideline. So 1 minute to go here. See who can wrap this thing up nicely as that ball is almost tipped out of bounds. Field will maintain it top of the key. Swings into the corner. A fake. Fajardo. Back to the basket. Resets. Cuts right to left. Lost the dribble. Hits the ground. And a nice attack by Gregory. Someone got to get it. Barnwell. Shot clock violation there. Doesn't matter that she got to it. Stags created enough disruption to force it.
That was a crazy end to that play. Ball was just bouncing all over. 3 Stags on the ground. But ended up in the hands of Iona player, but shot clock went to the end. Now it's Fairfield ball.
Shot clock, game clock separated by just like 0.4 here, so Stags should have the last shot. As Gregory just dribbling it up top here. Coe now fakes the handoff, works in the paint, spins up with the right and in. 5 seconds, got to stop one more. As they push the tempo, get the floater off the glass, too strong. And the Stags will end quarter number 4 at a clean 40 to Iona's 24.
Right, and that last layup, that's a huge just momentum thing. Like getting to the 40 points, being up by 16. But it's just a little bit better than being up by 14, seeing the 30s. Right, but seeing that number 40 is huge going into this halftime.
They head into a half after, a really kind of, it felt like a rocky second quarter at points, but obviously they did a great job stifling the Iona offense, so they head into it pretty comfortably up here. We'll be back in just 15 minutes after half. We will be back shortly. Welcome back in from halftime here at the Leo D. Mahoney. Stags up in this one 40-24. Strong start from them all across the board. Done a good job at forcing turnovers, 11 from Iona, and then creating baskets off of that.
Yeah, Fairfield is playing true team basketball. It's not one player, right, doing everything, scoring, right, defense. It's everyone, right. Highest points, Megan Anderson with 12, Lambo with 8, right, Hoda with 8. Right, and so it's a full team effort today, offense and defense, hustle, physicality, and to see if the Stags can bring it into the second half.
Yeah, and I mean, credit to defense for limiting top scorers like Zoe Ward, just 5 points, 2 assists in that first half. She had 27 last Thursday, so doing a good job at limiting that. Look to continue it here in the second half as Coe gets to work in the paint. Resets out Herder. That's a long 3-point try, won't go. And Iona looking to get some offensive momentum here to kick off this third quarter. It's Fajardo commanding the offense. Gales are pretty stagnant right now, standing 4 straight. Motions Gonzalez over, finds a pass inside to Ward. Ward loses it, saves out. Zaccanini able to help it. Out to Gonzalez, the corner 3 won't go. And the broken play does not lead to a basket. Transition. Scott back to Anderson. Anderson telling Lamro to cut, swings it across. Lamro, corner triple. That's pure. And the Stags are on the board first here in the third.
Good possession there by the Stags. Right, ball went over to Coe. She waited for Lamro to come behind her. She guarded, right, boxed out her defender, right, so it can be open 3.
Fajardo looking for a response. Too strong. 2 players hit the deck. Gonzalez get it, no call. And they'll reset the offense. Adriana Gonzalez getting the starting nod tonight. Using the most of it, driving to the paint on Anderson. Up with the left, rejected by Megan Anderson. Great defense right there, sticking right to her.
Now what can't Megan Anderson do? She can shoot threes, she can go into the paint, and she just saw, she can play defense and block shots.
Truly just a special player, and you see it every night out here at the Leo, even if she's not scoring, right? Nice play right there defensively by Herder on the closeout. Stags will bring it up. Katie Lamro over to Scott. Back Lamro, inside pass to Herder. Herder working with the space inside Lamro on the cut, spins, bounce pass inside. Coe with space, finishes the 2.
That's such a good connection between Lamro and Coe. It's happened a few times today. Lamro's guarded by getting double teamed by fine Coe on the opposite block for the layup.
Passing with a purpose. Stags doing a good job tonight, keeping control of the basketball. Can't say the same for Iona right now. Looking to get something going. 10 on the clock. Zoe Ward, top of the key, drops it off. Thiel steps into the paint. 2-hand pass, baseline jumper. Barnwell, no good. Gonzalez crashing the boards, gets the offensive rebound. Ward kicks it out. No one around Zaccanini. That triple no good. And Lamro stepped out of bounds on the rebound. It'll be another chance for the Gales.
Iona looking a bit shaky on offense right now. Shots a little off, right? Kind of controlling the ball, not really controlling the ball. So let's see, with this new possession, see what they can do.
They'll find the outlet to Ward. Bounce pass poked free. Foul called. And they'll reset under the basket. Stags bring in Allie Campbell and Lauren Beach. And Anderson and Coe will head to the bench. So this is definitely, a different unit. You don't see this 5 out here often. We'll see how they mesh together. Finds Barnwell. Inside, Gonzalez working on Lamro. Puts up a strong shot there. That missed by a little bit too much there. And the Stags will take it up. Scott, the triple is good. Just like that. Stags add on 3 more. Gonzalez pushing tempo. Can't finish the layup. The rebound is in. Nice second chance effort right there by Zoe Ward.
And that's what Zoe Ward is good at, right? Those second chances to, get into the paint, getting those layups up.
Campbell swings it up top. Beach over to Herder. Herder fakes right. Now to her left. Driving by Ward, spinning on the baseline. Allie Campbell's triple is good.
And one thing about the Stags team is you have Megan Anderson, you have Lamro, right, who great three-point shooters, but then you have those underrated shooters like Cindy Scott, right, like Campbell, right, who, I mean, this whole team can shoot threes, and so it's just impossible to go there by having 4 people around the arc that can all make threes.
Yeah, you know, they've tried doubling, they've tried switching, you know, they're trying everything, but the depth of this team is just beating them right now. The Stags are 4 of their last 4. They lead 51-26 as we head into the first media timeout here in the third quarter. We'll be right back.
463-6494. That's a red ticket.
Welcome back here from the media timeout. Stags up 51-26, starting off this third quarter on 11-2 run here. It'll be Iona basketball on the inbound. Fajardo to bring it up. Fajardo, bounce passes inside, the spin, the pass. Nice deflection by Sydney Scott, turned around, 2 hands up on the basketball. They'll push it the other way, Allie Campbell. Back to the defender, kicks Scott. On the right wing, reset to Herder. Herder finds Beach. Back around the perimeter to Lamro. She'll go to her left. Gonzalez defending. Up with the left, just a little too short. And Gonzalez will pick up the rebound. They'll push it up to Field. Heads to the right wing. Bounce pass inside isn't there. They need help. And she'll find it with Ward, top of the key. Fajardo on the Ward screen. Steps back on Scott. Back to Ward. 10 to shoot. Ward stepping into the paint. Foul called. It's going to be on the floor.
Now, Iona really needs to take advantage of the possession, right? If you can stop Fairfield on the offensive possession, right, they really need to take advantage and get the points here.
Iona underneath the basket here. Feel on the inbound. Finds Chan. Gonzalez, two-hand swing out to Feel. Feel screen on Lamro. Fakes right, goes left. Back to the top of the key, driving in, forcing it in. Way off the glass. Not the shot I'm sure Coach wants to see there. In transition now the Stags. Up top Gregory, swing to Lamro. Strong pass to Scott. Top Lamro, Stags are 5 out on the perimeter. Gregory, Scott, 7 to shoot. They're stuck outside this perimeter here. Can they get in? Lamro, 3 to shoot. Hezzies, step back, 3, won't go. Rebound to Campbell. Back to the basket, swings. Scott, wide open 3, can't get it to go.
It's a good second chance there, getting the rebound right at the end of the violation there. They couldn't get anything going.
Nice drop pass off to Ward, but an offensive foul called. The basket will be no good. Nevaeh Stone getting her first few minutes in the game here and picking one up there as timeout will be called. The Stags and the Iona Gales here, 2 minutes each on the drought. Not much. Offensively, we'll be back for the final 4 minutes of quarter number 3. Don't go anywhere. We are back here, a bit of an offensive lull out of the last timeout. Both teams looking to work on that here in the final 4 minutes of play. Certainly Iona needs to get something going if they want to head into that fourth quarter feeling like they got a chance. Stags basketball, Lamro on the pass from Campbell. Can't finish the end one, but a nice seam pass by Campbell to get Lamro that opportunity.
Lamro was a little slow to get up off that play. Took a little weird motion on that layup, but she gets up and hits the line for 2 shots.
Yeah, you can see her on the replay there. Might have landed awkwardly going to the basket. She stepped through 2 defenders, might have landed on the foot of Ward on the bottom of the basket there, but she'll be at the line to shoot 2 here. She's got 11 points tonight, 3 of 7. 3 points from the free throw line. Does a good job of getting there as she puts in the first.
You know, and after that loss to Quinnipiac, where Stags didn't shoot well at the free throw line, last 2 games, they definitely stepped up the game there.
Point of emphasis as Lamro gets both, and the Stags up 53-26. Looking to keep this drought going. Nice play by Lamro on the steal. Bounce pass ahead to Beach. Euros in and scores and 1. Beautiful play right there by Lamro, stealing that bounce pass, creating space for Beach, and Beach finishes the play off.
And once the Stags got in this little offensive roll, it's very hard to put a stop to it.
It's 3 turnovers in the last 3 minutes for the Gales, a 7-0 run for the Stags, make it 8. Lauren Beach completes the 3-point play. Just like that, 30-point lead.
Not as big as the one on Thursday against Marist, but still very impressive.
Oh, but they're trying to get there. Campbell, another steal. It's another turnover. And a nice finish by Katie Lamro, elevating and finishing off the glass. So make it now 4 turnovers in 3 minutes. The Gales are rattled right now. Do we see another forced timeout? We do see a foul there on the drive. It'll be on the floor. Gales basketball under the basket.
Now, points off turnovers is one thing that the Stags really thrive on, right? The game against Marist, Marist had 20-plus turnovers, right? And they really capitalized, right, with their scoring, right, on those fast breaks, on, you know, taking advantage of those small mistakes by the opposite team.
Yeah, the points off turnovers have been a huge deal, as well as the bench points. I don't yet to see a single point from their bench tonight, which has just really speaking to the depth right now of the Stags team, guarding them all positions. Just 7 to shoot. Ward can't find help. Working on Beach. She's got to get it off. And she didn't know. Went back to the dribble, turned around, and that's a shot clock violation. Cannot have that if you're Iona.
Now that's just this pressure that the Stags defense has put it on the Scales team. The Stags really controlling the tempo of the game right now.
Christina Fan back into the game as Lamro takes the inbound. Crosses half court here, speeding her way through. Just as always, nice baseline pass to Gregory. Nice finish. Gregory on the board.
Katie Lamro really playing her best basketball in these last few minutes.
Yeah, that's 7 assists for her now. Doing a great job at playmaking. She's on the double-double watch as Ward fires off a long 2-pointer and swishes it through.
Iona finally got points after a 4-minute drought of no scoring.
Yeah, needed something to fall there, and once you see it go through the basket, that helps the mindset, you know, significantly. Stags, though, looking to continue pouring on. Here's Gregory. Gregory working on the bigger Ward. Swings it off. Lamro at the top of the key. Fires a long triple. Can't get it to go. Field now operating the offense at the top of the key. Trying to get Ward down low. Can't find her. They'll swing it to Stone. Corner. Favera back out. Shanna triple. And she sinks it.
Iona getting that field back, right? That 1-2-pointer shot from Ward.
And an answer from Pham, no good. Offensive rebound, Lamro. And she'll curl back out, give Pham another try at it, and she'll miss again. But another good play by Katie Lamro, that offensive rebound, another chance. Didn't lead to anything, but the Stags' pressure is imminent, and they're showing it every possession. Ward to the basket, draws the foul. Might not feel like it, but that is a 6-0 run for the Gales now. They're having themselves an end to this quarter that they definitely need, you know, down 30, and they have to keep the foot on the gas if they want a chance here in the fourth.
Ward really the key factor to this offensive movement, passing the ball, getting that jump shot to start off the 6-0 run.
And can't put in the first at 2. That one misses short. Just 3 of 6 from free throws, 50% from the Gales today. She'll put in the second, and she'll head to the bench. So no Zoe Ward on the court. That means everyone on the floor less than 6 foot here. This is where the Stags can really crash those offensive rebounds and do a good job at using their height to their advantage. Top of the key, Christina Pham swings over to Anderson. Up top, Coe. Herder, back up top, Gregory. Lets the 3 fly. Too strong. And a nice read by Coe. For the rebound. Herder. Get the pass inside, Anderson. Anderson going to work on the paint. Spins on Gonzalez, pushes through, and in! Off the glass for Megan Anderson.
Beautiful play there by Anderson. Couldn't get up, so she went around right off the glass and in.
Feel that pass is a stray, and that's going to be a foul called. Offensive foul. That's going to go Fairfield away. You saw Barnwell put both hands on the head there. Just, utter dismay at what's going on right now.
And another charge by Fairfield. Really take advantage of that tight defense and getting the offensive foul call.
Not afraid to put the body on the line. This team, they fight out there. It does not matter the score. This team fights. As Christina Pham on the wing. Working alongside now Herder. She'll drive. Plenty of space. Takes a step back. Triple. Too strong. Rebound out to Gonzalez. And the shot clock is off, so the Gales have the last shot if they want it. Feel gives it off to Ward. Ward sees space, takes it in all the way to the basket.
Now that quick layup gives Fairfield last shot of the quarter.
8 to shoot. Stags have it on the wing. Jillian Herder, screen to her left. Spins inside. Coe, got to get it up with the left and in. Beautiful end to quarter number 3.
Now Iona got some of that momentum in the middle of the quarter and the end, but Fairfield got, the last minute, they, got some of that team work down, the passing down, and now they head up with a 31-point lead.
Yeah, 24 points in that quarter. It's the most they've scored in a quarter in this game, and they limited Iona to just 11. So it's looking good for the Stags, but you never know with this, with basketball, you can never count a game out. So we got 10 minutes to play. We'll be back for the final 10 in just a few. Final quarter of play here at the Leo D. Mahoney. The Stags are up comfortably in this one, 64-34. A lot of depth scoring today, but of course the stars are shining. Anderson with 14, Coe with 12, and Lamro with 15. Doing a good job at sharing the rock. It'll be Iona basketball to kick it off. And they're going to need a miracle here if they want this one. It's Chan at the top of the key, inside to Ward. And she lost control of that, able to save it. Nope, stepped out of bounds. Fairfield basketball.
And Fairfield does not give up on defense. 10 minutes left, up by 31. Doesn't matter for them. They are playing the tight defense, right, and they want to win this one by a lot.
No, it doesn't matter if they're up by a lot or down by a lot. We saw that in Quinnipiac when the game was essentially over there, down 12 with just a couple, seconds. They're still bringing everything they got. So that's the character of this team. As we see Gregory work her way into the paint, swing it back out. Herter, 10 to shoot inside Anderson. Backing downfield. She's got 2 on her, swings it. Coe steps into the paint to her right and finishes off the glass. Beautiful move.
Time and time again, that is Zion Coe's just bread and butter, right? Getting the ball at the top of the key, driving in, but using the physicality, using the body, and getting the layup.
And I say it every time I watch Zion Coe play, but efficient, 7 of 9, just taking the right shots and doing a good job at finishing. What a nice move, up and around from Chan right there. It's a good answer from Iona, who needs to get their offensive identity going here. As Herter backing down, smaller Fajardo in the paint, swings it out. Anderson to her right, sends Chan to the floor. Herter, wide open triple, off to the left-hand side and out of bounds.
Now, even down by 30 points, Iona still has that fight in them, just like Fairfield.
Yeah, you do see it in the way they play. Still going for the loose balls, hustling. Every coach loves to see that energy. Up top, it's Chan. Swinging to Gonzalez. 2-hand pass inside. Gets Ward ahead of the defender. Couldn't finish the layup. Stags will push on pace now. Herter, bounce pass inside. Gregory, the left-hand finish.
It was an unlucky bounce for Ward, but great fast break offense by Fairfield. Ends up with the layup.
This team in transition is just too dangerous. Always making those right passes, creating good opportunities. It's 68-35. Stags just continue to pour it on. It's Fajardo driving into the paint, puts it up, bounces away, no good. And a foul called on the loose ball. That's Herter hitting the deck. Teammates get her back up.
Yeah, down 33, that's the last thing Iona wants, is those unlucky bounces at the rim. That's 2 in a row, right? And that just kind of just ruins the mentality and the mindset of, like, you got the ball in, you got the physicality, but just didn't finish it off. Yeah,
definitely demoralizing. At this stage in the game, you kind of need it, to see it go in, right? To start that momentum, that rally. They're trying the full court press here, but the Stags, just a beautiful break. Every member gets a touch, and it ends with a wide open layup for Zion Coe.
Straight up, beautiful ball movement right there.
Stags up by double here. Take a look at the assist leaders. 7 from Katie Lamro. Did just a great job of moving the ball. The Stags keeping this team out on the perimeter. They're off to reset field. Defended by Scott. Trying to step through Coe, lost it. Here comes Pham, pushing pace on a 2-on-3. That's just a clear foul from Fajardo from behind there.
Fairfield, 40 points in the paint. So really taking advantage of this, short height team of Iona.
Yeah, it's exactly, it's what we said at the start of this game. Like, Iona is a small team, and, Fairfield obviously known for the three-pointer, but they can get it done in the paint. Zion Coe showing that tonight. And so has Megan Anderson and Katie Lamro, right? Those two big three-point shooters, but can do a great job at getting in the paint, and they've made it look easy tonight.
And outside the paint, right, 13 fast break points. Right, so just taking advantage, right, of those mistakes from Iona and bringing it on the other side.
Yeah, this is what I thought here. That's going to be a transitional take foul. Fajardo just grabbed Pham from behind there. It was a clear pass to the basket, so they are going to take 2 shots. She'll miss the first. Reset here, try to get 1 out of this. She will. And so that'll also be Fairfield basketball, I believe, with Pham on the inbound. Yep. So costly mistake there from Iona. You never want to just, give away points like that in an extra possession. Reset the inbound there. We'll try again. Christina Pham. Clock will stay. No, reset back at 27. Referee might want another look at the clock. Nope, all set. Christina Pham on the inbound. Into Gregory. Gregory gets it right by, drops Fajardo to the ground, steps into the paint. Can she finish on the baseline? Nope, curls around, finds Scott. Campbell lost it. Barnwell will push. It's a 3-on-2. Bounce pass inside. Scott reads it. Barnwell picks up the loose change and can't finish. Gregory the rebound. Christina Pham, transition offense, stepping into the paint, swings it to the corner. Scott wants it. She's got it, and she puts it in.
That was just great hustle, great ball movement, right? Great vision on the court by the Stags.
Continuing to put that pressure on. Gregory gluing herself to Zaccanini at the top of the key. 6 minutes to go. Stags 74, Gales 35. A triple attempt from Ward won't go. And a foul on the floor on the rebound. It's going to stay with Iona. That's a Fairfield foul. Carpel into the match here, getting her first few minutes of the game. Coach Carley might work a bit more with the bench depth here in these final minutes. As Barnwell takes the outlet on the inbound pass. Zaccanini working on Campbell to her left, spins out. Long two-pointer Gonzalez, pure. Gregory pushing it up. Carpel back to Beach. Gregory takes the screen. Out to Pham. Beach on the wing. Stuck outside the perimeter here. Gregory working through and in for the finish. Kiara Gregory working her way into the paint, making something out of nothing. And this will be a three-point play. She can finish at the line.
And Fairfield has done that all game, just crashing into the paint, getting the layups, right, occasionally drawing the foul for a chance of a three-point play.
Houston checking into the match as well now for the Stags. The freshman out of Istanbul, Turkey. She got a few minutes in the blowout win Thursday as well. Couldn't get on the board here, see if she can get one in the final five. Gregory completes the three-point play, and the Stags are up 40. Almost. Top of the key, Zoe Ward swings over to Stone. Nice pass inside, read by Kiara Gregory. There she is again. Offensive and defensive threat. She'll push it up. Kick it back out, Carpel. Swinging on the wing to Pham. Stags looking for that cutter inside, can't find it. Allie Campbell's double in the paint, swings it out. Gregory, can she stay hot from three? No. That's off. Zaccanini pushes up, 3-on-2, bounce pass all the way for Stone. The finish is good.
Stone on the basket.
Carpel on the wing. Up top, Pham inside Campbell. Campbell doubled, sends Stone to the floor. That's an offensive foul. Using a bit too much of that elbow and shoulder there to push through.
Yeah, good defense by Iona. Kiara Gregory for Fairfield really, over the past two games, really playing well with the minutes she's been getting right in those bigger wins. But she's gaining the trust from the coaches. Right, she's hustling, right, her physicality, right, getting in, drawing the foul, right, and she can shoot as well. As you're showing her highlights on the video board here, right, she can do everything. She plays good defense, right, getting the layups, and she can also shoot beyond the arc.
Yeah, great job, doing a good job of showing the depth of this team and, what being a Stag means. So a great job from her. The Stags up 77-40. We will be back in just a few minutes after this media timeout to wrap this one up. We are back here for the final 4 minutes of action here in this 1 p.m. bout between two MAC teams hungry for a win, and the Stags have truly shown out tonight. It's the depth of this roster, but also the stars shining bright, everyone contributing in what is going to be a really well, organized win tonight.
And one stat is Iona's 19 turnovers, Fairfield's 22 points off those turnovers. Really the difference in this game.
Yeah, this team such a good job at disrupting the offense. Ward pushing through and in, gets her way there, and pushes it to 41 for Iona. Ward definitely cleaning up here, having a great second half. Carpel, the triple, no good. Whole bench was up for that one. They really want to see that one go through for her. Gonzalez bounce pass inside. Foul called on the pass in. That looks to be against Houston.
Now there's something so special about this Fairfield team. Got the bench in, right? But you got the starters still chewing them up, getting up, wanting them to, make those shots, make those 3-pointers, right? Full team, right? Full leadership on this Stags team.
Yeah, great team culture here. They uplift each other. They talk about it a lot. If you ever get the chance to listen to, Stags in the studios, they talk about it a lot. How much they bond outside of the arena. As the Gales nail a triple there, they continue to work. Zoe Ward on the other end now. Campbell driving into the paint with her left and finishes with the right. Nice move by Allie Campbell. Gonzalez pushing it up. Resets to Zaccanini. Pushing through Gregory. Bounce pass in. Zoe Ward keeping that hot hand going. She goes right through Carpel. Spins, turns, finishes.
Zoe Ward up to 19 points today. Really the backbone of this Iona offense.
Behind the back, Carpel spins, kicks it out. Campbell, she's got space. She'll take it, pop, the jumper won't go off the glass. Second chance effort. Swings, Carpel, the triple. Bounces away, no good. And Barnell picks it up. Here's Stone now, working on the wing. Coach trying to force that separation there. Too many Gales in one spot, they'll spread away. And Gregory just glued to Stone. She hasn't gotten anywhere. Kicks it out in the corner. A drive by Gonzalez, puts the head down, can't finish. Nice rebound by Houston. Gregory crossing half court, pushing pace all the way to the basket. No good, strong layup there. Just about 2 minutes to go here. Ward kicks it corner. Zaccanini, too strong. And a foul on the rebound. Going against the Stags.
Stags still playing that tough defense as they have been all game, right? Even up by 33 points, they want to fight, they want to compete, but they want to play their best basketball for all 40 minutes.
And they got just 2 left to go here. See if they can hold. Maybe sometimes you just start getting your own goals, right? Maybe they're trying to hold Iona under 50. Maybe they're trying to limit Zoe Ward from 20. But finding the small ways to win the game and kind of break it up into chunks can help. That one's out of bounds off of Fairfield. Iona gets another chance at it. Underneath the basket, they'll flip it up and into Chan. She'll drop it off to Stone. Bounce passes, nope, pass is stolen there. Here comes Lauren Beach. Beach passes in, taken away there. Too many Gales in traffic. And now they'll push it in, back and forth. The seesaw moves, and that's a rejection by Lauren Beach, but not before we get the offensive foul call again against Iona.
That's just a great defensive play where Gregory took the charge there, and then Beach got the block. The block doesn't count, but just great tough defense.
Yeah, 2 forms of rejection there in one possession. Houston fires the triple, won't go. But that's just been the Stags all game today. What a defensive showing. Moving it around the perimeter. Chan driving baseline, kicks it into the corner. Saved by Stone. Stone resets at the top. It's Field. Kicks it. Gonzalez, triple. Won't go. Neither team finding it from behind the arc in these final few minutes. As we are under officially 1 minute to play here. Fairfield capping off what has just been a really clean game. They get it to Carpel. Drops it off to Gregory. Swings, Houston. 9 to shoot, looking for help. They got it for Pham. Her triple is good. Stags cross the 80-point mark now, 82 to 46 here. As Iona, they got a 2-second separation here and get one more off if they want it. But what a win. This is how, you respond. This is how you want to come out of a blowout win, right? You don't want to be complacent in the following match. You want to match that energy, and I think they did a great job of that tonight.
One thing that another charge call on Fairfield. Lauren Beach racking up those charge calls. Right, and with 4 seconds left, Fairfield just continues to play well and fight to the last second.
That's the definition of to the buzzer as Gregory will dribble it out. Fairfield wins 82 to 46, defeating the Gales. Way to defend home court. Way to come back after a blowout win and not stay complacent. Really happy with that one there. The Stags finish with 3 separate double-digit scores. Co, the leading scorer tonight, 16 points on 8 of 10 shooting. Anderson with 14 and Lamro 15.
I think one thing that drives this Fairfield team goes back to that loss against Quinnipiac. Right? You have that bad loss, you don't play well, right? But then you come back as 3 great wins, right? And the mindset has changed, the motivation has changed. Right now you have, a month left until, right, you go to, the MAC championships. And so that one loss, right, just you learn from your mistakes, you stay strong, right, and you go into the next game, and now the 3-0 since that loss with 3 dominant wins.
Absolutely. And the women's will be up again on Thursday the 12th at Mount St. Mary's. They'll be on the road for 2 games in a row. And, of course, after that we got Quinnipiac on the 14th. Mark your calendars, Valentine's Day. It's going to be ugly. It's going to be a good rematch. The Stags will be back here tonight. The men's are playing. You can catch Matthew on the later half of that slate tonight. So stay tuned on WVOF. Thank you for tuning in to the afternoon edition here of this dominant women's victory. Again, I'm Kyle Scannell alongside Matthew Benestad. Thanks for tuning in. Have a great rest of your afternoon, and hopefully we'll see you tonight. Have a great rest of your day, and go Stags.